Hello, everyone. My name is Molly, and I will be your GM for this evening. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm going to kick it over to my friend Max, who I have to get on. Oh, never mind. Max is in the darkness. So let's start with Viara.
Hi there, my name is Viara. I use any pronouns, and I will be playing Beldrin, who is a cleric, and Beldrin uses he or they pronouns.
Let's go over to Harmony.
Hi, I'm Harmony. I use any pronouns. I will be playing Rogan, the wizard. He uses he, him pronouns. And over to you, Trev.
Hey, it's me, Trev. I use they, them pronouns. I'm playing Rook, who uses he, him, and we'll kick it over to the black screen, Max.
I can't get I can't get her to show up.
I guess I can see into the void because Max, you're right there.
Unfortunately, the people listening cannot hear you for whatever reason. So I'm gonna do some real quick maintenance, and then we'll have Max reintroduce herself. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Let's get somebody back in here. Let's browse that source. Let's just add a random person here. Okay. Let's get you. Where are you? Where are you? Where? It's black! Why is it black? What is going on?
If you're still struggling, I might be able to bring her in on my screen.
I actually have no idea. What the heck? Why won't you show up? All right, chat. If you got any ideas on how to make Max appear, I would love it. All right. Can I get my? Yeah, if you donate to our Patreon, it's possible that okay. So I got that to show up. Now can I get Max to show up? And there's Max. Nope.
No? Did it not work?
It's not working. I have no idea. Oh my gosh. Ho ho! Oh, we
Did
have
you
a
do it?
Max.
Nice.
Let's see. Do we have Max audio? Max, can you say hello for us?
I'm here.
Wicked. Let me make sure you're set up. I am so sorry, everybody. What a weird start to everything. We are going through. Audio is coming out. Sorry, so Max, introduce yourself. My bad.
Good evening, everyone. Coming to you from the void. I'm Max Valentine, playing Nori, aka Squeaky Boots, aka the most fabulous and well-dressed dwarf that has ever sauntered through Baldur's Gate. And Nori uses he/him pronouns.
All right, wicked. So, whatever the heck that was, definitely. Let me just get recentered here. Let's all take 5 deep breaths and set a new intention to not let Molly lose her mind tonight. Tonight, the players won't be the only ones in hell. I am also in hell. Hello. Oh, we are on emotes only. Let me get that off. Emote only off. Hellos. All right, let's get going. So you have descended into the catacombs beneath the high hall. here in the Avernian version of Alterel. Um, you Rhea, had barely stemmed off death at the hands of a faceless mask of Amerigon and a few spine devils burying spines deep into your flesh. A group of ghouls, one particularly well decked out, unfortunately, one that slipped away from you, made their way off into the night. And you make your way through to this high holy place, this place of hope, this religious center, the civic center of your home city of Eltergard. And you make your way down into the basement, and you see this group of about 100 refugees, 200 refugees, all cooped up in a large hall in the basement. And as you take a look around, there are little nooks and crannies that have sarcophagi or caskets in the walls. You think about those levels in Skyrim where you looted absolutely everything. I'm the only one who did that. Great, good to know I'm the morally gray one. No one is surprised. So there are a few kind of back alleys, and there's this there are these stairs that would lead down, and you had heard tell of the story behind this descending stairway. This is a kind of a place that you'd only heard of. Maybe if one of you was close with the clergy, maybe Beldrin has been here before, but you make your way down, and this place was famous for having this strangely preserved body in it. It had was known as the unknown soldier, and this body was perfectly preserved. It's this kind of very average looking human person, short hair, and she has clutched in her hand a sword. And many purveyors of magic have tried to evaluate it. There's no sense in why this body is so well preserved. And the sword itself is not magical, but what it did was a feat truly incredible. This dragon was once pestering a town in the vassal states of Eltergard. And this woman, seeking to defend her home and hearth, grew fatigued of the dragon, stepped out with just a sword, no armor, no nothing, and drove this very sword into the heart of that dragon. And the gods, for whatever reason, rewarded her for her bravery. She gave her life on that day, and so too did the dragon. And this place was always very neat, very well maintained every time you were down here, Beldrin. And the descent has opened up cracks in the floor, and this place you can smell sulfur coming up from the Avernian wastes below. So you have a room full of refugees, the kind of nooks and crannies of this space, if you want to go opening caskets, and because nothing ever goes wrong with that. Or you have this Tomb of the Unknown Soldier that you can look around. What would you like to do? Rhea is going to make her way into the refugee hall and try to calm people.
Beldrin would ask, do we know what all these caskets are from? Like, are these our people that passed during travels?
Yeah, and so Beldrin would know that these are like former clergy. This is like a holy burial place. Like you get buried beneath the church.
Yeah. And he'd probably just like, kneel and, pass his blessings over each of the coffins and pray for guidance and such.
All right, cool. Anybody else doing anything before you? I'm assuming you're gonna want to take a rest.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So
Rook's
you
gonna
just gonna
go.
settle in among the refugees, just like this dirty group of people covered in ichor. You're just gonna come
Listen,
in, throw
Rook,
down your shield and sword, and just be like,
Rook's
they
gonna
can't smell
go.
good.
Was gonna go investigate that unknown soldier a little bit more. Kind of
Okay.
like observe and probably, yeah, see what's up with it.
okay. Anybody else?
I'm going with Rook. I want to, investigate some coffins.
Rogan
Okay.
will follow them as well.
Yeah, like after doing his prayers and stuff, Beldrin will join.
Okay. So you make your way through. You spend some time at this kind of praying at the foot of this tomb of the unknown soldier, tomb of the blessed of Thorm, and you see that there is like, as time passes, there's an illusion that's sort of flickering around one of the cracks in the floor.
Can I make an Arcana check?
You can tell it's illusory magic. What are you looking to know?
I'm trying to figure out whether or not it's dangerous. Can we interact with it?
What does it look like? Just looking
Yeah,
at
and so it's just like there's like, it seems to be an illusion of a part of the floor. Like it seems like there was something revealed either beneath or just to the side underneath of this tomb.
if they're like loose.
But they're trying to hide it.
I guess we can try and poke around there, like.
So you poke it and it goes translucent gray, as you know illusion magic to do, and you see a staircase going down.
Well,
might as well, I suppose.
Seems like an invitation from the soldier.
Do we want to rest first before we go down?
No, let's go!
No,
And Rook is like
I
running down the
think,
staircase.
Bye, Rook.
Guess we're going. All right.
Rook is like hyped because for the first time he's like, maybe some of my family is down here. Like, we lived underneath the city, and this is probably the closest to underneath the city that I've seen in a long time. So let me see if my den is down here. And you just hear tick tack tick tack tick tack tick tack as Rook shuffles down the stairs. And what you see are a few shattered frescoes. The first shows an angelic figure handing a sword, seems to be painted and made of pure light, to an elven woman with a scar over one eye. The second panel shows the sword being driven into the Avernian waste. And the title beneath it reads, "The Last Hope for Zariel's Redemption." And the third panel shows this tremendous citadel, kind of like the redness of the Avernian waste is all around it. Something you only glimpsed briefly as you poked your head up over the side of the bridge as you walked across Tempest's blade, Tempest's fang, something like that. The holy bridge in the city of Eltergard, and this massive, beautiful, white, pristine marble temple is sprung out of this hellish wasteland. And so that's the first one you see. And now you hear, does the rest of the party come clambering down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so letting the bear run first because you know better. I'm sure that like you just let the big person go first, and then it's like bear, orc, dwarf, and it's just zoom, everybody goes down. As to avoid any comedy ball of people situations. The second fresco shows a half-elven man with green eyes running back through a portal and shutting it behind him. It shows an elderly half-elven man with green eyes at the feet of Lathander, weeping, begging for forgiveness. And then it shows Lathander casting him into the hells. And the placard beneath reads, "One lieutenant lives in the Shrine of Light, the other two, not quite." Then let's see. Yeah. And you see a third fresco, but a massive, you see kind of like a placard that's been shattered, and there are bits of letters here and there, but nothing that you can really piece together. And this big chunk of this hell iron chain has broken in through this piece, and you can see sort of through the cracks out into the Avernian wastes. And you know you're getting towards the bottom of the chunk of land that the city might have left.
Can Beldrin make a religion check to see if he's heard of any of these stories depicted in these frescoes?
You would know that Zariel is before you roll anything, you would know that Zariel is the angel,
Right.
right? You can make your religion check. Let me see what else you know straight off the jump.
I think
You know
Lathander
that
is an elf god, right?
Lathander. Let me pull it up. I believe it's the god of heroism, but birth, renewal, spring. Oh yeah, the morning lord. Yeah, birth, renewal, spring, and youth.
Gotcha. And I got an 8 total.
Yeah, and so you're looking. What are you looking to know?
Just like if Beldrin would remember, who that was cast into the hells by Lathander.
This name is unknown to you.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you see, like as you're studying the fresco longer, like you see that this was like a Hell Rider military figure that came back through the portal and was cast into the hells.
Okay.
But you don't know the name of this person, and the placard beneath it says, "One lieutenant lives in the Shrine of Light, the other two not quite. To reach Zariel, you must find the betrayer. He knows where to find the willingly turned, the bitterly reanimated, and where Yale took her final stand." And so you're putting together that the one in the Shrine of Light would be Yale, but the other two it's unclear. And who had
What
the
were the
map?
3 things again? The Yale's last stand.
Yale took her final stand. The willingly turned, the bitterly reanimated,
Okay.
And who has the map?
I could say Rogan's holding onto it.
Okay, and so you hear muffled coughing coming from your bag.
I go shuffle through the bag, and I assume I'm pulling out the map.
Oh God, it's dusty in there. Woo! Oh,
Who's you?
the trees of iron, the trees of iron, and the sturges. Haruman's Hill it is. Haruman's Hill it is.
Is this map talking?
Of course it is so. I'm not entirely sure what to say to this.
Has it always done that?
No, this is new.
Didn't think so.
We could probably make a lot of money selling a talking map.
Well, we currently need the map. It's a map of hell.
Yeah,
Maybe when we get home, Nori.
So what were the places we needed to find again? Maybe the map will know what we're talking, what they are.
Yeah, so the map, upon like hearing you kind of discussing between yourselves the kind of the image of this creature being cast into hell onto this area with these twisting metal trees that come up out of the ground, and you see a fraction of a panel where you see the half elf with green eyes impaled on a tree, but like completely, like his body seems to run, the tree seems to run through his body and along his veins and out, and he's sort of suspended there, and you can see like blood dripping down. And the book will the map identified for you that this is called Harriman's Hill, and it will kind of there will be like, you'll see like a brief circle, like half in ink, and then you see that, then like you hear another set of brief of spasm of coughing, and then it'll finish in blood on the map, and it'll kind of circle this area on the map for you. You're not sure like where you are on the map, but it's there, wherever that is.
Maybe ask the map if it knows where we are.
The damned city. the damned city. Like many before it.
How many before it exactly?
Innumerable.
Okay.
I think your map's a little broken.
I think my map is a little broken, but we were warned that it was potentially crazy.
You try staring into the hells and trying to make meaning out of this madness without losing it yourself.
I mean, good point.
As this map is talking, Rook is gonna take. You see, he produces from a pocket this amorphous blob, and he shapes it using the shard of creation into a little figure of the map, like a map with a mouth, and is going to start studying this map with a mouth to try and eventually make a map with a mouth.
It doesn't have a mouth.
Oh no,
You're
but
just hearing a disembodied voice.
Rook is going to turn it into a map with a mouth because that's what he is kind of thinking about with this shard.
Okay. And so
Rook, how can have voice if no can have mouth?
There you go.
This will kind of the racket that this map is making, you'll hear steps starting to come down behind you.
I mean, we didn't move anything. We just happened to find this.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything wrong here.
Belton will sort of step toward the steps to, be like, a member of the clergy is here. What's the problem? We found this.
And so you see descending is this halfling woman, striking darker skin, beautiful shoulder length hair, and she looks down up at you. Probably by the time she's in eye shot, it's like at eye level. And she's like a number of stairs up. And then by the time she gets down, she says, "Oh, Beldrin, how are you?" And you recognize this is Faria, someone who was an acolyte after you had already become a priest, kind of like a baby cleric. "I'm so happy to see you alive."
Oh, it's good to see you as well. I was worried that we lost you during the Great Taking.
"Yeah, it's
How
dark.
have you been faring here?
I'm the only one left with the clergy. It's
You
just
see,
me."
if there's any way we can help while we're here, but our goal is to take the city and return it to where it needs to be, back into the light.
"Do you know how you might do that?"
Belden sort of looks at his friends and thinks for a minute. Not yet, but we're getting some clues. Did you know
How
that
did we
this place
get
was here?
No, we had no idea.
We're-
Even the High Overseer never mentioned anything about it.
Yeah, about that.
It's
What
probably
happened?
We're still looking into the whereabouts of the High Overseer. Eldrin sort of like looks at the others like maybe we shouldn't drop this ball just yet.
And you see, like, she is crestfallen.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Heads.
Tails. Okay, heads.
Tails. It's got to be tails always.
Okay, tails.
Tails it is.
Wait, are you talking about that guy who like betrayed us?
What do you mean?
Belton just like at Rook.
Yeah, like the
Why I order little bear paw, bloody bear paw, very tired, but like, why I order.
in the sewers, right? The one we found and was not him, or maybe was him, or
Maybe it wasn't. Yeah, maybe it was an illusion.
Or maybe it
What
was
was
a
an
demon in
illusion?
disguise.
What was an
Well,
illusion?
we did run into somebody who looked like the High Overseer, but we couldn't be sure. He
He melted into ash.
he
did
turned
do
into
that.
ashes and he tried to run away and he called demons
Not in that order.
devils. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yes, we've been through some things as well, but we're doing our best to get everything back where it should be. He sort of looks up to this where the sun should be and has been his whole life and isn't.
Yeah, and is now a big black ball of eldritch energy.
Yay.
Woo.
Do you also, just kind of out of character, do you also remember the tablets and what the tablet said?
I have it written down.
Okay, I will reread the thing there just for. Does that sound like a good use of our time? Is that something you would like? Yeah.
That's an excellent use of our time.
So as you're kind of having this memory as you're having this discussion of you sitting in Sylvira's room, and as she opened the puzzle box, this these six slates of dark iron fall out, and on them, written in Infernal, Sylvira reads, "Be it known that I, Thavius Krieg, High Overseer of Elturel, have sworn to my master, Zariel, Lord of Avernus, to keep the agreements contained in this oath. I hereby submit to Zariel in all manners and for all time. I will place her before all creatures, living and dead. I will obey her all my days and beyond with fear and civility. I recognize the dispensation of the device called the Solar Insidiator, hereafter called the Companion. In my capacity as High Overseer of Elturel and its vassal territories, I acknowledge that all lands falling under the light of the Companion are forfeit to Zariel. All persons bound by oath to defend Elturel are also considered forfeit. I further recognize that this dispensation will last 50 years, after which the Companion will return from whence it came, taking Elturel, its oath-bound defenders, and all others with it, if that is Ariel's wish. All this is my everlasting pledge.
How
So
old's
just a refresher on having seen
Hold on,
him say that.
I'm putting stuff together. How old is Thavius?
Nobody really knows.
But like older than 60, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, just making sure that it could feasibly have been about, say, like 50 years or so since those tablets were made. My brain is very slow sometimes.
It's all good. I laid it on you like late in one session, and then it was just like, oh, you're in hell. Fight things. So, and this halfling priestess is looking up at you.
He
And
sold
she'll
it
say-
to Zariel, right?
I'm sorry.
The city.
What?
Zariel?
Hey, Rook. Beldrin's like trying to think of something that can be like, please go away so we can stop interrupting this conversation. But nothing's coming to mind because he's still like, oh no, everything's
Rook
falling
sees the
apart.
look from Beldrin and just is like quietly like, yeah, and then like quiets down for a second.
He gave the city to Zariel?
There seems to be some evidence that may be what has happened, yes. Beldrin and his, I must point out, 8 charisma.
And she looks at the frescoes. She's... Well, if Zariel made the contract, Zariel is the only one who can break it.
And what would we have that Zariel would want that she doesn't already have? She has the city. What could we...
Well, these frescoes speak of a redemption of Zariel. Perhaps that is what we need.
If we can find that sword.
Not the sword. I think the 3 generals.
Oh, the general. I see what you're saying. Okay, I misread
Yes.
the frescoes. By misread, I mean misremembered
Or
and mistyped.
are you... So the sword is what's mentioned in the redemption thing, is the focus of that set of frescoes is the sword.
Oh,
And
it is-
then to redeem, to find Zariel, to find the chance at redemption, the only people who would know would be Yale, or maybe the other generals would know where Yale was when she died.
Gotcha.
And that's the bitterly reanimated and the willingly turned.
So they potentially know how to redeem Zariel.
They might know where Yale is, and it seems like Yale might have the kind of best idea on how to save this person and free
Gotcha.
your city.
The map told us where one of them is, right?
Yep, and they said Harriman's Hill.
Yeah. Okay. Want to make sure
And
it's all right now.
do you still have the map out?
I do. I never put it away.
Okay, and so
Oh, boy.
Feria will say, "Oh my God, how did you?" Okay, I don't care. And she'll kind of pour over this, and she'll say, "Well, we're suspended over the river Styx," and she'll give you kind of roughly your position, like where you might be. on the map, and it's like you're looking at it, and it's like, oh, it's just halfway across hell to get to where this map wants us to go. What a great walk. And she'll say,
Montage.
the scouts have seen the devils and the demons don't walk here. If you've heard that, you hear the fighting beneath us. They have these horrible infernal machines that carry them about. Some of them carry one devil at a time, like a chariot with wheels. I guess all chariots have wheels. A chariot without a horse. Some carry 8, 12 of these horrendous creatures at a time. Our scouts, as they've looked out over the edge from the wall, they've seen the devils coming in and out of a depot of these vehicles. Maybe there's something that if you can get your hands on one of those, I'm sure it'll make traveling here a lot easier.
Can you show us on the map roughly where that was?
And she'll say, I really can't, but our scouts can show you kind of where they saw it. I mean, it's within eye shot. It's far away,
Okay.
you know, but we're floating up, you know, a couple
Yeah, we got a bird's eye
1,000
view.
feet now.
Can't be that hard to steal a tank.
What a great line.
Clip it, Oxlight. Can't be that hard to steal a tank. Famous last words, Rogan Bronze Pike, 2023, 2023.
I was about to say 2023 to 2023.
Oh.
Call it number 3. 3 for Molly. All right, so 15 for Nori and 3
All
for
right.
Molly. All right, so she'll kind of say, well, I mean, we've been down here for weeks. Do you have any food or anything that doesn't taste like ash?
Rogan takes out what meager supplies he had. We had prepared probably for a little bit of camping.
Belden probably would have, you know, what do you call it? Memorized create food and water since we were in the hells.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's better. That's better.
And so you conjure up some like biscuits, and I just immediately think of World of Warcraft. You conjure up a cinnamon bun, and everyone
Yes,
sits
please.
around eating cinnamon buns. And as you sort of like, as you go to like, you conjure it, it's probably just like a basic piece of bread, and you take a bite into it, you swallow it, and you get the sensation of like bugs on your tongue.
He like spits it out and is like looking at his paw like,
And it's
was
just
there
bread.
bugs in this?
Nope, it's just bread.
Oh. He's just like, sorry, I thought, like wipes it sort of on his
This is what
pants.
all the food does this. I'm glad it's not just us. That anytime you get happy, bugs sting you, but invisible bugs. Anytime you eat, it either tastes like ash or it feels like bugs are crawling down your throat. This place is
Yes.
awful.
Yes.
What if we eat angrily? Will that make it not taste like bugs?
No. We've tried it. We've tried everything. It's been 2 weeks. We've tried eating ash to see if it tastes like food, like it was opposite day. It doesn't. It just tastes like extra ash.
We need to get everybody out of here. Belder's like, okay, we may have a lead here. You may have helped us save the city. If there's anything else that you can tell us, otherwise we should really get going and figure out if the scouts can show us where this depot is.
Absolutely. Well, Rhea, I'm sure, has definitely immediately got to reconnecting with her people as soon as she came in. So I'm sure by tomorrow morning she'll have something for you.
Well, that's good because we need to rest.
Yeah, also
I can tell. No offense, but
Yeah.
and she points at the stairs. There's like blood at the bottom of like I think half the footprints going down.
That's always been there.
Beldred leans in and he's like, "Hey, do you have that one spell memorized? Is it thaumaturgy? The one that that cleans anything when you touch it?"
No, not I don't.
No, asking the cleric because it's a cleric spell. He just
Oh,
doesn't have it
I mean,
memorized.
it can be clean, but that doesn't matter. You're
No,
not well.
no.
You
I
need
meant
to
for
sit
our
down and
armor
sleep. We'll have the medics tend to you.
Thank you.
So where would you like to kind of set up? Are you going to set up kind of in the impromptu area? Are you going to hang out with the casket? So you're going to sleep down in this area right by the dark iron chain? What's it look like for the night?
Where's?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just wondering where Rhea was gonna set up.
Rhea is when you're starting like fade in and out, and you see like Rhea has been like talking with the family, and then you see her over with some other, like there's kind of like a burly tiefling and a Harengon, or sorry, a kind of like a beast, a wildkin, much like yourself, with large rabbit ears. And they're all sitting in the corner, kind of discussing something. But she seems to settle in over there after chatting with them.
Rogan is definitely going to camp out down here in the crypt area with all the frescoes.
Okay.
Rook will stay down. If that's kind of where we're setting up.
Well, it sounds like we're setting up a cozy, comfy little crypt sleepover party. I'm down.
Let's do it. Who got popcorn? Oh wait, no, it's just Ash.
You know what? Wait, it's all Ash. You summon popcorn, and you're like, you know what? It was spooky season though. And not everything can be spooky season. We can't always sleep out
Untrue.
in crypts, y'all. On Tales of the Valiant, December is still spooky season.
It's spooky season all year round.
It's in your heart.
We know that December's spooky season. Have any of you ever seen A Nightmare Before Christmas?
I haven't. But I do live under a basalt formation, so.
Ooh. Is Nightmare on Elm Street Christmas too, or am I misremembering?
Die Hard is.
Die Hard. That's the Christmas movie we always watch.
Yeah. Mixed Nuts with Steve Martin was the one that my family used to I grew up watching.
Nice.
Oxley, what did you watch growing up? What was your Christmas movie, dog? So as you fall asleep for the first time in this new plane, you Rogan, your dreams heavily, let's see. Hello, Jen Giggles. How are you? I'm not sure what that is.
The boss is coming. Look busy.
Is that yeah, look busy. A Christmas Story on repeat. Die Hard first, then Christmas Story on repeat. That's fair.
Oh, it was always a Christmas Story, and I'm done with that movie.
Okay.
Get it out of here.
Here's a pick for the aging millennial. A 3-episode binge of the Futurama Christmas episodes. It's about the closest thing I have to a religion anymore, and I'm happy with it.
You know what? I'm just gonna go back to Heat Miser and Snow Miser and just like watch the two husbands argue.
That's what I grew up on.
A Muppet Christmas Carol is a really good pick.
That one is good.
It's top tier acting. I made my parents watch it in the summer.
We do Christmas.
So obsessed with it.
Christmas horror movie marathons.
Okay. So like Santa is an axe murderer.
We did the evil snowman one, Jack Frost. 1, 2, and 3. There was a similar one that was an evil gingerbread man. There's all kinds of them.
You know what movie just absolutely freaked me out as a kid? It's not even a scary movie. Gremlins. I just hated that
Amazing.
movie.
I don't know.
just
There is
hated-
that.
Yeah, okay,
There's
good.
that one
Glad I'm not
scene
the only
where
one.
the like gremlin is like melting from the like water and it like pops out and scares you. So like it's got some freaky moments, especially for a younger like a child. I could see
Ernest
it being
Scared
freaky.
Stupid is the one that
'Cause
scared me.
we went from like it was like the weirdest thing. It was like a really like strong first memory of watching a movie, which was Star Wars Episode 4, and I'm sitting there watching it with my friends Steven, and then we watched Gremlins afterwards. And I'm like, why is this happening? I just watched the best thing ever, and now we're watching this. Like, why? Anyways,
Here on Tales of the
if you are
Valiant, a
here
Christmas
hanging out,
Carol.
if you are here hanging out today, make sure that you are checking out the Trans Holiday Special. This will be going on Saturday. I'm going to be running a game of Monster of the Week with my friend Emily Graymore from the Unbalanced Encounters podcast. There is going to be Micah from Adventures in Wonderland, or sorry, Wonderland Complications, and also a couple new friends who you'll get to meet. My friend Kat, and oh my gosh, who am I forgetting? I'm so sorry, whoever I'm forgetting. So your dreams, Rogan, they are filled with just
Blatant book
they're these
destruction.
like you are run through on a tree, right? You're on one of these iron trees, and these like half mosquito, half humanoid creatures are coming down, and you can't move, and they're landing on you and like sucking blood out of you. And then this little trickle happens, and then this creature will flit away. And you're just getting images of these sturges coming and biting you all over. Rook. You I don't know, Rook, like intelligence, but like you're like really sharp about what's going on, but I'm not sure you are plugged into what's going on. If you're perceiving
It's
what's going on
bad.
around
It's
you.
just bad. That's Rook is like, this is not good.
All right, so Rook it has this image uh of himself of himself. Um Someone sliding into my DMs. Oh, it's not Jen Giggles, sad. So has an image of like all of he's finally made this masterwork. Like one time he was like sitting in his like little underground lair, and he had sat down with this little piece of parchment and just scribbling, and you had this wonderful Rube Goldberg machine, and you have in this dream you finally built it and everything's perfect, and it all turns to bees, and the bees just start chasing you out of your tunnels, and then you come up to Elturel, and there's this surface, and you're like, oh, finally I'm free, and then there's just more bees, and you're just covered in bees,
It's just bees all the way down.
just all the way bees.
He's all the way down. Rook is just screaming in the dream, probably screaming in real life, you know, or not in real life, but you know what I mean, in the waking world. Just screaming.
So as you hear like mumbling from from Rook, you will also see Nori kind of tossing and turning, and you've laid out so many good contracts, and you set up like these small little, every time you finish a contract with someone, there's like a poison clause that you always forgot to read, and it just burns you on the deal, and it burns you on the deal, and then you make another one and it burns you on the deal, you forget to read all the way through. And there's that. And Beldrin, you just dream of a loud of a storm, a rainstorm, darkness, with absolutely no, that just goes on for infinity. You wake up and you feel like you've been alive for like 1,000 years. It's just been forever, and there was no lightning, there was no thunder, it was just the sound of rain beating down on you.
Woof.
And it just went and went and went. You wake up and you look around, and there's children, civilians, farmers, people you recognize, people you don't.
Oh, they came downstairs with us?
Oh, whoops. So you wake up and you see kind of like Rook has like a little bit of like drool coming out of the side of his mouth.
Bees.
But also
Oh, sorry.
bees.
Bees.
So you're awake. You're back on your feet. What would you like to do?
You okay there, Rook?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just if you see any bees, stay away from them.
I haven't seen any bees since there's no flowers in town.
Stop it.
I mean, we could probably taste the bees if we eat food.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have any exhaustion?
No.
Okay.
It was just awful.
Oh, good.
It's hell. In case I didn't tell you.
Yeah, in case
Right.
you didn't know, it's hell.
Well, I guess let's find Rhea and see if she can point us in the right direction.
So you'll go up and you'll see Rhea. You'll make your way up past into the kind of upper ramparts where they had unsealed the door, and there you go past this beautiful old organ that used to always play music during services in the temple. As you wind up the spiral staircase, you're looking at these huge, tremendous pipes moving up the side of the wall of this building. And you get to the top, and Rhea is standing on a balcony overlooking the courtyard of the High Hall. She says, good morning. Where did you all go last night?
Out of character party in the crypts.
That is a much lesser known Miley Cyrus song.
Oh, Rhea, we discovered.
So, okay, Max, did you know that we are clockable as millennials by how much we raise our hands when we dance?
I just learned that apparently we have fun in clubs and dress well, and the younger folks do not have
Sounds
fun.
about right.
Like, I've never had fun at a club. No, I've had fun at a club once. But like every
Yes.
song we listened to, like when we were in like partying age, was like
Throw your
put my
hands up.
hands up, playing my song. It's like, anyways,
Yep.
sorry.
Yep, we've shown off our age, but I did learn how to do the heart, so I
Yes.
can at least like pass with my employees.
Oh, there you go.
As the non-millennial in the group, I would like to say we have our fun.
Not at clubs, but
Sure.
you do have fun.
Not a
I guess it depends on the club, right? Like, depends on where you
So-
go.
To be fair, more than half our generation's under 21 right now.
Yeah, true.
So, you make your way, and Rhea will give you some directions towards the northeast side of the city, where a particularly large like gouge in the city wall is bisected by this tremendous dark iron anchor. And she'll say, over there is where the scouts saw the depot. We can make our way over and look. But we're a good distance up. So if you're going to make your way over there, stow your stomach. If the smell of everything here doesn't get to you, that distance down well. There might be, if I don't know how you're planning on how you would get down, but there's supplies all over the city. You just gotta find them. A lot of the stuff is still intact, even if it's buried under rubble.
Don't tell Nori that.
And
Not
Nori has
with
never
aliens.
seen or heard from again.
Oh no.
50 years
no.
later, you find Nori is a small warlord in hell, for having hoarded and gotten enough supplies together to become a
Enough
broker in this
deals,
area.
I'm
So
sure.
make sure everybody that's a series wrap on Max, everybody give her a round of applause. No, okay.
Thank you, Warlord in Hell. My parents would be proud.
So, what would you like to do?
Check and see if I memorized Featherfall.
Okay, you do that. Anybody else?
I guess it's time to start looking for rope.
You find an absurd amount of rope.
Okay.
You go
Let's
over to the
do
like
this.
you go out and you go into the barracks where you once kind of kept your home in Eltergard, and you find, yep, there's your supplies, lots of rope, lots of canvas, lots of wood.
Rook, you're the expert builder here.
Who?
Yeah, what
Got
What do
any
you need?
ideas
Oh,
for
Rook.
what we should make to go down there?
Make us a rope ladder, but like strong enough to hold a bear.
Okay. Brooke's gonna just start trying to craft a rope ladder.
I don't think
You're gonna, okay,
Like a very
Um,
crude
He is the
one, but like
tinkerer.
try
you're
to
gonna
craft
make a thousands of foot long rope ladder.
No, I'm gonna make like a 30-foot rope ladder, realistically.
Okay, all right, so you do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I have this now.
Here you go! And I hand it to Beldrin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
I do have Featherfall in one of the books that I picked up.
Oh, good, because I don't.
That's what 50 gold to transcribe it into my book in a little bit of time.
Beldrin just like holding this rope ladder, like, okay.
I can wait. Can I even just? I'm sorry. I have never played a wizard before. I'm not entirely
Oh,
sure how.
I think they're spontaneous, so just if you have the spell written down, you can cast it if you have the spell slots available. No? Is that not how it
It
is?
has to be in your book.
That's what I mean, if you have the spell written down, like in your book.
It's not in my book, so I have to transcribe
Oh,
it.
gotcha. Okay.
It's
So it'll be like a half day of work.
Okay.
I guess Rogan's gonna start working on that because lack of other options.
Right?
How long does Featherfall last?
A few hours, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong.
Is it optional in 5e? In old D&D, it wasn't optional, so like if you jumped, you were falling that slowly, no matter how short the jump was.
It's a reaction,
No, it's a
Oh, okay.
reaction.
so I can cast it as like when we get closer to the bottom,
Oh, cool.
or as needed.
Sure.
If there, I don't know what we're going to encounter as we're jumping down into abyss.
Fair point.
While I transcribe this, you guys should probably, if the smell is that bad, you guys should probably try to figure out a way to potentially numb our senses. Rogan can't die from suffocation, but I don't know about the rest of you.
You're getting the idea that maybe Rhea's hell, like you just Rook has not stopped talking about bees. You're getting the idea that maybe Rhea's hell is odor.
Oh.
Because it's just like, nope, it smells like brimstone.
Oh, gotcha.
Did we save any of those bottles of perfume that we can make some little nosegays with?
Sure.
Yeah, I think I saved a couple bottles.
So you spray the perfume onto a rag to try to sniff it, and it smells like the sewage water from Duke Vanthampur's villa.
Ooh, that must mean it's really expensive if it smells
my
like
God.
that. Quality.
No, this is a fantasy world.
It's that quality.
So you can go over and check it out. You can just wait for Featherfall, and then run and just jump and cast a spell.
That's
And
kind of
I like
sounds
that
great.
plan.
Yeah.
That's my favorite plan.
Yeah.
That's never gone wrong.
No, never.
Never.
Not in the history of D&D or any
And
Well,
especially in
TRPG
hell,
ever.
like
No.
never has been a problem in hell.
There
What?
is a very significant issue that if Rogan gets taken out on the way down, you guys don't have. a
Yeah,
way
but
to
see,
run.
this is where we
Everybody bear hug Rogan.
we jump and hold hands like parachutist, and we fall very fast initially,
Skydivers?
and then cast it as we get close, because the faster we fall, it means it's going to take them longer to also catch up with us.
That's true. We don't know if they can fall or if they can catch us if they can't fly faster than terminal velocity.
Exactly. And if we make ourselves very skinny, as long as it works the same way in hell as it does in the real world, which, of course,
Belden
it's
looks
got
down
to,
at
right?
himself.
It's
Right.
gotta.
This
It
is
is
a lot of
skinny.
like conjecture for like like an underground like rock lizard creature that's like recently spent a lot of time in the sun. You're like, oh yeah, skydiving. You
Yep.
know, like when a ball falls through a hoop.
Hey, Rook is just dealing with this bee issue. Every once in a while, he thinks he hears like a buzzing, and he just looks over his shoulder, like, where is that coming from? And then it's not there. So, like, his brain's pretty baked right now. He's kind of,
Mood.
You pretty
He's-
baked right now?
yeah, he's pretty baked right now.
Nice.
Yeah, Rogan's hell had a lot less book burning than he expected, so it was uncomfortable, but like not the worst nightmare he's ever had.
The worst nightmare he's ever had was literally when the city got dragged down to hell and he
yeah,
lost
that
his
was-
library.
I
And I
was
was like,
about to say,
nothing
the
can be
That was
worse
his
than
entire
this.
collection.
The worst
annihilated.
nightmare was when he got kicked out of the library for being there too long.
Yes, yeah, that was pretty bad too.
And
in Baldur's Gate.
Disgracing a book.
Candlekeep. It wasn't even in Baldur's Gate. It was in Candlekeep.
So what do you want to do?
Rogan's and unless somebody else has another idea, Rogan's gonna start transcribing the spell books.
Rogan sits down in the chapel on one of the pews and opens one spell book beside him, and you just see a flurry of his orcish fingers across the page as he furiously transcribes into this book.
And burns 50 gold.
And you see money disappear and turn into bees. What does the rest of the group want to do while he is doing his thing?
I mean, I guess just in the off chance, can Rook survey to see if there's another way to get down? Like, that's not necessarily we jump.
So do you want to head over and like take a look out yourself?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So the three of you make a group stealth check. As you move through these familiar city streets. All right, what do we get?
That's a 4.
18.
12.
Okay, so luckily that
Don't
beats
forget
a
your
10.
luck point.
So you move your way through the streets. Rook runs out into the middle of an alleyway where there are a few devils, but you're able to dip back and kind of take some shortcuts, jump through a window of a house. Nori definitely never used to case. And make your way to the northeast edge of the city. And as you look over this deep gouge in the edge of the city, you see the thick links of this dark iron chain moving down, arcing down to a point out in the Avernian wastes. And at the base of it, you see a huge army, probably a few thousand demons and a few thousand devils warring at each other around the base of this chain. And you look beneath the city and you see another a tremendous army, uncountable amounts of creatures that look like satyrs, but they're pussing, and they have these bubbling zits and boils all over their body. And you see this small frog creature pop up and rip into this line of heavily armored devils. And so you're thinking about falling down into this. And you're thinking about like, hey, what would it be like to be a devil? I'd know after I died by feather falling into that.
So looking at that, can we try to figure out, hey, we don't want to go that way, so is there other options? Can we like start to peruse and like, okay, that seems very dangerous, you know?
So you look around and there are places like you start to walk along the wall and you see that generally the blood war that's been going on forever has found its new epicenter at the base of your city. You do see the hellish the depot of vehicles out in the distance, and it's a few miles out from where you are, and there doesn't seem to be any larger skirmishes around it. It is fairly isolated. So you see that there's like, it's sort of clear in that direction. There's not a chain that leads down to it. Anywhere that there's chains, there is fighting. So you think either, hey, I'm going to need a distraction. Hey, I'm going to need to find a way to glide a whole heck of a lot of time. Not just kind of slowly fall.
Rook, make us a glider.
Could we summon bees? And
Wait, oh, we could ride bees. Yeah, there are big bees.
Rook just shudders at the thought of riding bees.
Yeah.
So
you make us a glider?
I'm taking off the 5e wheels here. I'm not looking for a 5e specific solution where you cast a spell. Tell me how your characters as people, as humans, would go about trying to solve this issue. You see a clear shot. There's not like a way to walk down. There's not a way to, you can't fall down. You can't use magic. What are you doing? Or you can't use just magic.
Well, Nori's a pro rock climber. I have my second story work and lots of dexterity. I could start going down and laying a line with some, some safety carabiners on the way down, and we could rappel down the mountain.
Okay, so you're on this like earthberg, right? The suspended bit of earth in the air. And so you'd rappel down, and then you'd be closer to the blood war going on underneath you. I'm sorry, I didn't do it. So like Altergard is being suspended over the river Styx. It's being slowly dragged down by iron chains, and underneath it is the war. At the base of the chains, there's like little bits of the war going on. There's different strike teams attacking each other.
Is there a way to build a glider? I mean,
there are resources all over the place. You can do whatever you want to do.
So
okay, so y'all play Minecraft?
Yes.
It's just one block at a time, over and over, until we're closer to where we want to be.
I was gonna say we could just build like a really rickety bridge.
Right?
I mean, we just like bit by bit,
My level 10 intelligence says that's what we do.
But there's but there's still gravity here, isn't there?
Well, big stone bridges don't fall. Why don't you just make the whole bridge out of what the big stone bridge is made out of?
Because we need to be able to reach the other side.
There is no other side. We need to jump off on the end.
I mean, so either way, we have to go down, right? Is what I'm understanding. We just depends on where we want to go down at.
You're going to, if you go straight down, you're right in the middle of the blood war. If you if you just climb down one of the chains, you're going to be trying to lose a group of devils, or you're going to end up fighting a group of devils or demons.
Or it sounds like we really need a plan B here.
So what we need is potentially a method of transportation over there. Hey, okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but you know that giant flying thing we kind of didn't want to encounter? It's a giant flying thing. Maybe maybe we could attempt. No, never mind. Maybe it's I don't think.
No, finish. What are you gonna say? What?
Well,
You make stuff, right?
not to make something, we could potentially try to not tame the creature, but force the creature to fly us in that direction. But I feel like that's a combat we would lose. I'm not entirely sure how this would play out.
One way to find out.
Oh my god.
I could
Out of
also try
character.
to make some gliders if you want to go that route.
Gliders is probably more practical.
Y'all use redstone in Minecraft?
Well, we're thinking more Elytras.
Oh, okay.
Oh goodness.
Completely over my head. I have no idea what's going on right now. The Porsophone just started playing in my mind. So tell me what you're looking for, what you're looking to gather, and how you're gonna get this together. Tell me a story.
Is there an Ace Hardware nearby?
Yeah. There's a you go and you find they have a black, white, purple, and yellow flag. And there's just a whole bunch of different stuff inside.
So,
Sorry, is the ace with gray?
I don't know, I
black,
thought you were
white,
making the
green,
indie flag.
Or anyway. So,
Sorry, transfem forgets other flags.
Oh, it's
Only
fair.
cares about orange and pink one. Anyways. Sorry, I'm toxic. Everyone at AOTT is like, yeah, we knew.
those of you who didn't know, tuning in for the first time, Molly toxic. No, anyway.
Molly is toxic. Hello.
Anyway,
Handsome.
Rook is going to start looking for long, sturdy pieces of like boards of wood, basically, and canvas, and trying to see what he can scrounge up, basically.
Okay, cool. I need as you're kind of getting the group together to figure this out, I need a group. I'll take survival. I'll take investigation.
This is like the third 6 I've rolled.
Is Rogan still trying to do the feather fall, or is he assisting?
I would assume that you are still, unless they've gone back to get you.
Yeah, no, he's still doing that then.
It's going to be a 10 on my investigation.
13.
Okay,
11 on
so
survival.
you find some lighter like canvas like you're thinking about, and then you end up going into you end up finding this old like it's not Joanne's Fabrics and Things, it's Gristledorf's Garments and Such.
Very nice.
And you go in and you just kind of you're able to get like thicker upholstery fabric, but it's definitely not canvas. You think like this will do, but I'm not going to go as quick.
Gotcha. It'll do. I like pull a bunch of reams off of it and I hand it to Beldrin.
Beldrin's holding it just like, okay. What are we doing with this?
Don't disrupt the process. We need
All
to
right.
get wood.
You are able to fetch
You're
a whole
just-
bunch of wood. If you want to try to make up for the slow fabric or the weighty fabric, you can make a nature or survival roll here.
Sure, we'll do a nature roll. Why not? Haha, that's a 5.
I'm going to use all 3 of my luck points to re-roll that one.
But yeah, I get to, or I think I rolled a natural 1 on that roll. Would that count as getting me a luck point? Okay.
For fork's sake, I rolled a 6. So that's another 11 for Beldrin.
You might want to light that D20 on fire.
It's metal.
Anything, Nori?
Not great for me. These are not my strong suits, so I've only got a 9.
Okay.
We're not
So,
doing
You know what's
great
sad
today,
is I have a
friends.
+4 to both of those things that I have rolled, and I have just gotten very low rolls.
so you're able to get some okay wood. You haven't found balsa. You're not finding like ideal glider building wood, but you got the wood that you need in the right
Okay.
sizes.
What about are we able to find rope? Oh, I guess
You
yeah,
got
because
you
you had
got
the bunch
plenty
of
of
rope.
rope.
All right.
You got
Um,
rope. You got rope like a D&D player on the weekends.
Oh my god.
so the way I envision this is Rook is with Nori and Beldrin back at our like central area. It's kind of montagey. Rook starts laying it out, like schematics of this is how they should look, and starts pointing and directing of like, okay, put that cross beam here, nail in the canvas here, tie these ropes off, and then yeah, a wonderful building montage of getting 4 different gliders built out of these materials,
We're
appropriately
getting
sized,
things done.
hopefully.
Subpar materials.
Make a tools check for me. I don't know what kind of tools you're gonna
Cool.
do, but roll me a tools check.
Would we say Tinker's tools would work
Sure.
here? Because I also get, with my Tinker's fascination, I get a D8 to related checks using the tools.
Heckin' cool,
Nice.
dog.
Since I have proficiency in Tinker's tools, I add an extra proficiency on top of the roll, correct?
No, you just add your proficiency on the. Yes, you add proficiency and intelligence on the roll.
Okay. So, whoa. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 plus a D8 is 8, so that's 19. I rolled 8 on that D8.
So you are able to fashion a good, like four rudimentary but highly functional gliders. They're not gonna like carry you quickly through the sky, but they'll get you there. And you're thinking like, all right, maybe with a little bit of slow fall action, like we can add a little bit more control using that. Does anybody else have any other spells they want to try to use like creatively, to move these things along? Oh, Trev,
What?
your shirt's so milky.
Oh yeah.
Love that. We love a milky shirt.
I love a milky shirt. For those of you who
More-
don't know, it's the Night in the Woods. It's Into the Woods is what the shirt's from. But
okay, so into the woods to sell the cow?
Yes, Into the Woods to sell the cow.
Into the woods to visit mother? The way is clear.
We can't. We're getting past our 7 seconds. We can't do that. Yeah, you gotta watch it.
All right. So you get this already. Anyone else have any other abilities that they want to use to potentially make this go more quickly, other than Featherfall?
If we're absolutely desperate, Rogan can potentially do a fog cloud. I'm not entirely sure what it would accomplish.
We have done the falling Rasta recently. Oh no, sorry. I was thinking about my game at PAX Unplugged where they did the descending Rasta cloud. They all just slow falled inside of a fog cloud. Anyways,
That was awesome.
anybody else? Anything from Rook? So Rook, you got that. Anything from Beldrin? Try to like, how would you move things along?
Do you have any wind-related spells? We can't hear you.
I've been talking this whole time. I'm so annoyed. I'm like, wow, nobody's laughing at my silly jokes. Okay, shut tough crowd tonight. Okay. If you break anything, I can cast mending, but other than that, I don't really have much. I can dispel any magic if there's like a magical dome that we run into on our way down.
You don't have any wind? You're like the storm god guy.
This is why he got along so well with Akra. So I was so crestfallen that Akra's gone.
Akra was a druid. Akra would have been great here.
Yeah, but Akra had the
That's the word.
Thank you.
Learn Spanish. Crestfallen. Descarado.
Ooh,
Crestfallen.
I like that one.
Descarado.
Descarado. I like that one. I can enfeeble something with a ray. I can cast Divine Favor. I think that gives you, what is it, a plus D4 on a check? Not me Googling in the middle of a game. I would never. Yeah, so your prayer empowers you with Divine Radiance until the spell ends. Your weapon attack deals an extra 1d4 radiant damage. I thought that was the one for checks. So yeah, that's what I got.
Guidance. So,
I have that one. I can do that one too.
You get everything together. Nori, any thoughts about how Nori might contribute to this creatively?
I'm desperately going through my sheet to see if there's anything. Creatively, I am more than happy to decorate and embellish our gliders so that we may fly in style, even though none of us have glider licenses or are properly trained in their use.
Okay, make a survival check
us
to disguise the gliders against the Avernian sky so people looking up won't recognize it.
Oh no.
But yeah, I can give a D4 to any checks that need to be made with the gliders or the spell casting or whatever, I guess.
You're probably going to want to cast guidance on Nori for this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take guidance.
Have that D4 for him.
So what do we get?
That gives us a 15.
That's pretty good.
So you get a decent look. You get the bottom really good, and then you sort of start to run out of red pigment on the top. And you're like, and it like gets really orange by the end. You're just like painting.
No,
and
but
you're
that's how
tired.
sharks do it. Like, light on the top and dark
There you
on
go.
the bottom.
But you're just sitting there painting
yes.
and painting, and you're
Avernus, just like the ocean.
And so as you kind of how are you going about, you have the wall of the city, some of it's intact, some of it isn't. You have this sort of clearing where this big iron chain comes down. There are some estates that maybe get a little higher than the wall. What are you doing to get yourself into place to make this run and jump?
Highest point possible.
I was about to say, probably looking for the highest point possible to get like a nice, a decent running start to be able to just. Because we're aiming for the vehicle depot, right? That's
yeah.
As a group, that's what we're aiming. Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page.
No, we're aiming to land in the middle of the army. That's where we're.
Hey, you know what? We could end this real quick. I'm just telling you, we could just. Dropping in.
You know what?
And then we could play. Then we could play Tales of the Valiant into Avernus. Oops, all Acra.
Oops,
and everyone. Now you're devils fighting demons, and that's just the rest of the story. You just for the rest of the game, it's just tactical combat.
Hey,
no
you know
story
what?
whatsoever. For the last episode.
Yeah, for the last episode, we're just playing tactical overview, Dragon Age, and/or BG3. It's there you go. We're taking back to its wargaming roots. Here we go.
I'll tell you. You want to know where D&D went wrong?
No.
When we stopped using chainmail, that was real D&D.
I'm gonna say something controversial here. You know where D&D went wrong? Gary Gygax made the game. Anyway, yeah. So let's go.
Not wrong. Don't at me, Gary Con.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna go to Gary Con, so it doesn't matter.
I didn't vote for Trump. I'm not invited to Gary Con. AOTT taking shots live on Twitch.
What we do.
Right.
Someone's gonna find this, and I'm gonna get so much hate.
HarperCollins published author.
But I said what I said.
And
HarperCollins, really?
You line everything up, and you make your run. Who's going first?
I think Beldrin wants to go first, but will cast guidance on himself because he knows he is big and he is scared of this thing.
So Beldrin is gonna is gonna give himself the advantage and go yeet and just like ignore the rest of his party.
I mean, he is probably the most likely to fail, isn't he?
Don't let the DM tell you if it's
Okay,
wrong.
so you see Beldrin. Beldrin says a quiet prayer, and you see a small amount of lightning crackling around him as like wind starts to swirl. Make an athletics check as
Oh,
you run
no.
off and
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Athletics. Oh no.
For some reason, I just have the like. If anyone's
Let's
seen it,
see
the
how
clip
much I can
that's
roll
like
on this
Timothy
D4.
Chalamet on SNL, where he just like yeet. That's I have that in my like in my head for some reason.
I got a 10.
all right. So
Hey.
you see Beldrin kind of start to take off. Who's next?
I
Rook's next. Rook's going. Rook's got to go
Okay.
follow and make sure everything's okay with.
this is gonna go fantastic.
Like flying in the air, Rook like, hey Beldred, is your glider okay?
Maybe like we're doing a systems check. We're doing it live. Hey, make sure that one little belt is. Oh, you lost it. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Rook's going next.
Welcome to the stream. For those of you who just missed it, we just took shots at Gary Con. Next up, an athletics check from Rook.
Oh, right. That does need a roll, doesn't it?
Can it be acrobatics instead?
Athletics.
If you can tell me how running and jumping off of a bill, I guess I'll give you I'll give you acrobatics.
Thank God.
I'll give you a 11.
You take off, and you're starting to glide.
I'm like a bird. I love that. And we're done.
Rogan or Nori, who's next?
Rogan's going.
Rock,
I
paper,
guess I'm going
scissors.
next. I refuse to be
Right,
last.
So
Probably
you see
shouldn't be
both of
last,
them
he's the one
running
that
at the
has
same
feather fall.
time, and make your athletics or acrobatics checks for me.
We're both going? Okay. Well, it could be worse. 12.
Uh-oh.
13.
Hey, we're all doing better.
We're better than
We're
Rook.
doing better than the median score. Median is
That's
like
right.
10, so we're fine.
what
It's
Belgian does.
fine.
No, you are absolutely fine. So
We're
you
gonna
make
crash
your
to the
way.
side of a mountain.
You are gliding out, and as you're looking back at your city, you notice that you're picking up some downward speed. You're starting to kind of like it's kind of starting to sag in the middle.
Uh-oh.
And so you as a group, you're all probably pretty close together. I'll say that you're within 60 feet of each other. You will I'm going to give you another acrobatics or athletics check, or if you have a tool, you have a reason why you might be able to write your glider with a tool check, I will accept that as well.
We could potentially do a feather fall. We have a max of a feather fall could work here to help us recorrect. It'll slow us down a bit so we can more easily maneuver. Would that make sense?
Sure. If you want to give me that spell slot, I will
Mhm.
use the DC on the roll.
Okay. Do I need to roll for feather fall?
Nope.
Okay.
So if everybody, I need another group check of something. So you are all starting. You're feeling the weight of you start to bow this glider in the middle, and you need to get it kind of righted.
Let's.
So Rogan's gonna cast feather fall on the group.
You do that, and now everybody still has to make some kind of check.
Yep.
It's going to be a 5 on athletics.
Athletics.
17 athletics.
Okay. You see Beldrin like reaches forward and like looks at this little timber that's sort of starting to bend down, and just kind of pops it with the back of his hand, and it kind of gets into place, and you see him sort of starting to lose speed and get more drag.
15 for me.
19, Nori, you sort of you like give it a couple shakes, and it starts to fill back up, and you float back on down.
Beldred and Nori.
Could you demonstrate that again so that I can?
Beldred and Nori just hitting their gliders like the fawns and carrying on.
Hey!
19 for Rogan as well.
I'm
What
gliding
was
here.
that? What was Rogan?
Acrobatics.
That was acrobatics.
Mhm.
Okay, and so you see, you sort of, you get out from underneath the glider. You swing your feet up, and you kick it back in. Then you swing yourself back up like a trapeze artist. Rook.
I got a 5 on my athletics. So would I be able to use my Tinker's tools to try to aid in that as well, besides the feather fall?
I would say that it could be a roll with your Tinkerer's tools
Sure. I'd be
instead of your athletics. So
okay.
whatever you got naturally, you could add the proficiencies from your Tinkerer's tools.
Sure. So that would then, instead of that, it would be 7, or I got a 3, so 7, 8, 9, 10, and then because I'm doing a tools check, I would get the D8, right? Because of my Tinkerer's Fascination. It's basically I get to roll a D8 for checks relating to tools. So that's another 8. So that would put me at 18, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so you knock everything back, and everybody's starting to catch up speed, and so you saw as Rook started to fluctuate, you saw this this Vrock look up, this black winged demon start to like look up at you, and then you see like this quick couple clicks with the Tinker's tools, kind of tightening up some screws and getting a wedge back into place, and you continue on down. So you make your way. You didn't get assailed by Vrocks at any point. Nobody fell to their deaths, but you need to come in for your landing now. There is a kind of a rocky outcropping, a kind of a sandy area, or a kind of harder ground that has some kind of like bramble in it. Where would you aim for?
Obviously, we're landing directly into the bramble.
I feel like the bramble is where we should not aim for.
I
So
was gonna say the
anywhere but
sand.
not the like anywhere but the bramble.
So Beldrin is leading towards the kind of sand in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Let's do
Okay,
it.
cool. So you come in, you make your landing, and you see, and this big poof of red sand flies up into the Avernian sky, and you hear the sound of a kind of a roaring, a kind of a crunching noise approach you. For the first time, many of you are hearing a combustion engine. Or what sounds like it, this kind of like disembodied roaring noise, as you see a large vehicle, one of these large metal carriages, barrel towards you. And that's where we'll take a break.
Woo!
We will be back at around 9:15 for our folks watching at home. And if you haven't already, make sure that you have you set up an alert for this Thursday, Friday, or I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Thursday's in there too.
We're partnering up with the Gender Federation as for a mutual aid event supporting a trans-owned gender affirmation clinic. The guy serves 5 counties. Like, let's get after them. Let's support this person. They're doing amazing work for our community. So let's make sure that we get out there. We are going to be performing a Game of Monster of the Week for the Raid Train from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. EST on Saturday. So make sure you're checking that out. And as you see down in the description below, if you want to support our work here on All on the Table, make sure that these wonderful people get paid for their entertainment. Make sure you're subscribing to our Patreon. The link is down in the scroll. All right. See you in a little bit. So before we came back in, Trev was mentioning to us preparing for takeoff, ready the engines. And I want to throw this quote over to Viara for analysis. What do you think about this? What does this say about modern society?
It says you have the same power as a waitress or a dentist because I just put a hot fry in my mouth.
I mean, I do get paid every time I catch a player eating. So,
Oh, okay, that would
make
do it.
sure that
Yeah.
you Twitch Prime.
Mm-hmm.
So, you see on this, oh my goodness. Do you hear this screaming? Do you
Is
hear
it a
the
baby?
drama?
Oh, are you being so mean?
I am being the most mean
Oh,
mama
poor
ever has been.
baby.
Why? Your
Because she
child
is
has
not
never
being
done
played with or
anything
picked up
wrong in her
exactly
life.
right now. She is standing over her toy and screaming.
A travesty.
So while I ignore my pet and play a game with y'all,
I
you
feel bad now.
are all sort of getting your bearings as this kind of plume of dust comes up around you as you touch down, and this you see a medium-sized vehicle kind of like pulling up. You've seen larger, but you've also seen smaller, like a chariot with an extra wheel in front, motorcycle. And this one seems to be more of a dune buggy type size. I don't know what your characters would recognize, like a larger trade wagon.
They have any of the weird
Pulling up
trade
at an
wagons?
alarming speed. And it's coming directly towards you. What do you do?
Jump out of the way if we can.
Okay.
Rook is gonna brace for impact with the shield.
Rook is gonna hold the shield up and brace for impact.
Yep.
Okay.
It's coming at us. Yeah, no, Rogan's moving out of the way too.
All right. Nori.
Did you say athletics?
Oh no, I haven't. I'm just saying that you can get out of the way if you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Rook
I
is
think
standing his ground.
I think I'm gonna pull up and watch what happens with Rook.
So you pull up and you see Rook kind of facing this thing as it's screaming towards you, and you see this one of the creatures inside of it. They just turn out of chicken for you, but you get caught with a maul across the face, and make a, let's see what they roll, or a great axe swings out at you, and that'll be an 18 hit. Does that hit?
That just hits. Yep.
And so you'll take 17 slashing damage as this
Oof.
axe sort of bear this like tremendously momentum driven axe slashes into you. The group grinds to a halt. The vehicle grinds to a halt, and three of these long-horned devils pop out. They all have this deep red skin and this bright golden silver armor, and they say, "Halt! Who are you? You should not be here."
Who are you? Like on the ground after getting hit, like dazed.
Yep. All right. Initiative. So let me get. We have. So you all are kind of in a group in this cloud of dust, and they have pulled up probably about 60 feet away and are just hopped down off the vehicle. So initiative for everybody. Where you at?
Rook rolled a 20.
Anybody above a 20? All right, 15 to 20. 10 to 15.
I've got a 10.
13 for Nori.
12 for Beldrin.
All right, cool. So top of the order is Rook. You just took this gash to the chest, as this vehicle nearly runs you over, and instead you catch a great axe hanging out of the side of this vehicle. What are you getting up to?
Yeah, bonus action, gonna pop health potion real quick. So is that 2d4 plus 4 or 2d4 plus 2? Goodness. So 2, 3, so
This
5.
health potion brought to you by the patrons of All on the Table.
Yeah, we love you, patrons. Keep doing what you do. And then it's gonna go in for a longsword attack on the closest devil.
Make sure you watch VR's live streams.
I'm trying to get a Lethal Company group available for after. Hint, hint, Trev.
So what are you doing?
I'm taking a silvered longsword attack to
They're
to
like
one of
60
the.
feet away from you.
Oh, they're 60 feet away from me?
Yeah, so the vehicle, they slammed on their brakes and spun, and another plume of dust gets kicked up into the Avernian sky, and they hop down off the vehicle. So they're about 60
Okay.
feet away from y'all.
Okay. Real quick, would Rook know if they are immune to fire damage?
I think
If Rook were a betting man, he'd bet that. It's about 130 degrees where you are right now.
Okay.
also
So the last thing you're feeling is fire right now.
Interesting. Well,
didn't
then
Rogan tell us too that like he read in a book.
I just didn't remember if it was immune or resistant was the thing.
Rogan read that generally fire bad idea.
All right. Well, in that case, then Brooke took the health potion and then is just going to stand up and ready to attack. Is not going to close into them. It's going to make them come to him, basically.
Okay. So you see, grabbing the shield, and bolstering himself, readying himself with the long sword. You see some radiant energy start to hum in the base of the long sword. The Minotaurs will all charge forward at you. So they will all arrive this turn. One will arrive to you, Rook. So make your attack.
Okay. Uh, 13 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay.
So the first one that goes off. Next up is Nori.
This is exciting. I normally am not so high in the turn order.
Nothing to
Well,
kill,
I
right?
shall. I shall whip out my bow, because it has not failed me yet.
Okay. Which one are you attacking? There are two that are still over by the truck. They're still getting off of the truck, and then there's one that's over by Rook.
Yeah, Rook created his own problems in this situation, so I'm gonna let him learn from his own actions, and I'll go for the ones in the train.
Okay.
Jokes on you. I don't learn from my mistakes.
Rook didn't seem the type.
All right, that's a 16.
That will hit.
Of course it does. It's me. All right.
Hi, Death Warmed Over. Welcome.
Oh,
So
hey,
happy to have
welcome.
you. First time chatter. Yay.
That's
Welcome.
one of my subscribers.
Yay, welcome.
We are fighting some Minotaurs. Because
We're trying.
It's Tuesday.
Can I smooch the Minotaurs instead?
Roll a smooch check. Yeah, so 16 hits.
Yeah.
Yes, and I do 6 damage.
Okay.
No sneak attack this time.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, it's like if you attack rooks, you're gonna get sneak attack.
Yeah, but it's
all right.
too easy.
So an arrow flies through this cloud of sand, and it buries itself in the back of this Minotaur, and you see this creature's the skin is taut over the frame on this creature, and its eyes just kind of like stick out of it a little too far, and you just see that they're red. 6. Beldrin.
I've always wanted a Minotaur fur coat, so I'm quite excited for this.
Beldrin, you're up.
Did Nori miss?
No, they hit.
They hit. Does the
Yeah.
one that they hit look? Not. I'm not. I just want to know the one that they hit looks very injured or not.
No, not particularly.
Trying to decide if I use one of the big guns now or no.
Minotaur friends.
Minotaur, they're like cows that can hug.
That's exactly it. So, Beldrin, what you gonna do?
I guess just guiding bolt, because I feel like we're gonna encounter something bigger, and I want to save the spell slot.
Okay. Who are you guiding bolting?
The one Nori hit.
The one that Nori hit? Okay. And so roll to attack. And so as this arrow flies across the desert sand, a bolt of energy starts to wrap itself around it and fly alongside. So I see your mouth moving.
You're talking, but we can't hear you. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna try lip reading here. Bap.
Can you still not hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay. So if I don't have this window selected, I cannot use push to talk. Got it. I just add my wisdom, right? For a
Wisdom and
ranged spell
proficiency
attack.
bonus to the attack roll.
17, 18, 19, 20,
Hits.
23.
100% hits. Roll me damage. 48.
48. I'll take it.
Molly's done with
when
us.
One of my favorite characters I ever played was a Stars Druid in 5e, and they get like proficiency bonus times per day or wisdom modifier times per day. They get a free cast of Guiding Bolt, and I crit the BBEG twice.
Nice.
With Guiding Bolts, and I rolled dang near max damage, and we play crunchy crits on that system.
Ooh.
So, it's preposterous. Anyways,
15 damage.
18?
15.
All right, 15. All right, so you see this arrow as the arrow drives into the back of it, this pulse of radiant energy pours into the wound and then spreads across the body in a rapid explosion, and you see this like everything about this creature is very well defined in the dust. Next up is Rogan.
Rogan is
seeing this, just having set down his glider and seeing his friend take a brutal axe wound to the chest. His instinct to run away is strong. As he stows this instinct to run away,
Rogan is going to cast magic weapon. He's going to basically be pulling out a nice little lightning weapon. And he's going to come up next to Rook, and he's going to make a close range spell attack.
All right, so Rogan, kind of digging into his experience now, getting in the front lines as a tested battle mage, throws a little bit of lightning down his sword and dives forward into the fray.
Okay.
This is like a very intense harmony look, and I'm here for it.
Oh, he has pack tactics because that roll was in that one. Sorry. Okay. Then that's 10 plus 7, I think, to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the spell specific. I have a lot of tabs. I'm try and just pull up the spell on Tales of the Valiant because it's a little bit different there.
So for those of you who don't know, we are playing a 5e derivative by Kobold Press, a wonderful third-party producer of great content. And we're so excited to be kind of late participants in this test, or Black Flag role-playing. The system will be officially published in April of 2024. So we're really excited to get past level 5 with these characters. So...
Sorry, one moment. It's taking
You're
a
fine.
little bit to sift through it all. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's no Tales of the Valiant and Beyond yet. It's a lot of PDFs these days.
Yep. Okay. Found
So yeah, make sure if you haven't checked it out already, we are participating in the Trans Holiday Special 2023, which is a mutual aid event benefiting a trans-owned clinic that serves over 5 counties, the lone practitioner that serves trans youth in over 5 counties. So make sure that you check this out. The command to learn more is !THS, Trans Holiday Special 2023. I will be doing a Monster of the Week stream from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern next week, or this Saturday. What are we up to, Rogan?
Okay, it's not what he did. He did not cast what he wasn't casting magic weapon. It was elemental blade. I'm sorry for the mistake.
Elemental blade.
That's why it was a lightning blade. I'm like, magic weapon. That does not look like what I was trying to cast. It's not what I've casted before. Okay. So 17 will hit. That's a bonus action. And it is 3d6 damage on the target.
Who needs Shadow Blade? Am I right?
And that is 5 plus 6 plus 3. So that is 14 damage.
Wicked. And so you run over to Rook, and this creature that's like menacing Rook with an axe, directed towards him, all of a sudden has a shock of lightning pour through his body as Rogan runs over and drives the sword into his back, pulling it out, and you see that the Minotaur is definitely focused on you.
And he's going to use his tactical caster to get a little bit of a or spell ward to get a little bit of a AC bonus.
All right, cool. So the other 2 Minotaurs will run over and start to kind of like the two. One of them will definitely be chasing down Beldrin, and the other will be chasing down Rogan. Top of the order is Rook, and so we've all kind of closed in here.
All right, Rook's gonna just throw out another attack with a longsword at this Minotaur in front of him.
You have advantage because of tactics.
I was gonna say I do have the tactics. So let's go.
Tactics?
Tactics.
It's tactic feedback.
It's gonna be a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
I just gotta check.
I hope so.
And...
No, we're actually gonna fight the PBG, and Zariel appears. She teleports 150 feet in the air and drops a fireball on you.
That'll be 11 damage.
Quick, Harmony, try to attack me with fire.
How much was it?
11 damage.
We're immune.
11. All right, cool. So we will get so we're up to 26 damage out to this Minotaur. Oh gosh, have you ever been to Minotaur during the winter? Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, Minotaur in the winter. Oh gosh, and this Minotaur will turn around and brandishing its axe will try to bring it down on the head of Rogan. Very unhappy about about this lightning coursing through its veins. And that'll miss. That's a 11 to hit. And so you see quickly kind of this arc of arcane energy knocks the great axe to the side as Rogan brings the short sword back up for an on guard. Next up is Nori. You have one of these creatures in your face. Or sorry, no, you're probably about 10 feet back from Beldrin, who has one of these creatures in his face.
Oh, excellent. That means I can use my handy dandy all sneak attack. Let's roll for it. That is a 15.
That'll miss. Wait, that'll hit.
Oh goodness. Almost
hits,
missed there. That's a little scary. All right, so that means I get to do some damage. All right, let's roll. All right. 4 plus 3, that's 7. Plus 2, that's 9. Plus 13 damage.
Oh, okay. So Nori, kind of in the heat of the battle, draws this arrow back and just does a really great shot, but just shoots this creature like right in the back of the calf. Like, is this annoying? Yes. Is it dripping a little bit of ichor? 100%. Is this like the deadly shot Nori is used to taking? Positively not. So that was, you said it was 13. All right, so
Yeah.
all right, Beldrin, you're up.
I thought Nori might have killed this one so that I could throw it and then do like a sacred flame. That didn't happen. I guess, let's see. If he's right in front of me, may as well just use that shiny new mace, huh?
Okay.
I rolled a 16, so that'll hit.
Beardrin goes whack. So Beldrin, as this arrow flies into the leg of this minotaur, Beldrin reaches back for his mace and brings it upside the head of this two-horned creature. It stumbles back.
Only 5 damage.
Not doing great today.
Wait. I can do a better. I have a new feature.
God can help you.
That's right. God can help me. Once per turn on a successful weapon attack, make an additional weapon attack as part of that same action. You can use this feature any number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and regain all uses when you finish a long rest.
All right, so you're going to do that?
Yeah.
All right, take a shot. So this first hit, and you raise this mace to the skies, and you're trying to like Thor call down lightning. You're kind of doing that motion, and you don't feel anything coming back down, and you're like, ah, and you come in for another attack.
Okay, so a 15 to hit on that one.
That will hit.
Mr. Copernicus, can you stop shouting, please?
No. Nope. Screaming is for babies, and babies are for screaming.
He is a baby. Okay, so I got a 6 plus 1 is 7. Do I add my strength or no to the damage? Yes. Okay, so 9 then.
So that'll be all right, cool. And so then you crack this thing in the middle, and this big stream of ichor is running down its ridged nose, and it's kind of pouring down its snout, and as it breathes in heavily, there's like spatters of ichor are going all over your fur and your face.
Gross.
Next up is Rogan, screaming. Little baby who screams.
Another baby.
Rogan's gonna take another swing at the guy in front of him. That's going to be probably not gonna hit. That's gonna be an 11 to hit.
That will not hit, and so Rogan, you're sort of.
Wait. I have advantage because pack tactics. I forgot.
Yes, you do.
That's a little bit better at 14.
That does hit. Yes.
Okay. That's a 5 and a 6 and a 5. So that's 16 lightning damage.
Dang. What a hit.
Okay. So, as not to be defeated, Rogan dodging out of the way of this, takes an on guard and quickly drives, like, you see him kind of making somatic components in his dominant hand and driving even more lightning into this creature's chest. Just a screaming baby, Death Warmed Over. Just a screaming baby. All right. And so 16, you said.
Yep.
All right, cool.
I love that Death Warmed Over can tell which of my babies is screaming right now. That's the
is
avatar
Death
he
Warmed
used.
Over a Viara?
He's one of my subs.
Hey.
Mhm.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming here. Appreciate having you. And so the two minotaurs, the first one, the one that is in Beldrin's face, is first going to attempt to shove Beldrin, like knock Beldrin to the ground. So make a, let me look up the shoving rules in Tales of the Valiant. What are you excited about these days, Trev? What are you pitching this week? What are you hucking?
Well,
Throw stuff at it.
in January, you can find me at MagFest running games and promoting the channel. So check out MagFest if you're in the DC, Maryland area. Definitely come out and party. We'll have a good time.
Yeah.
And what will you be running? What are you excited to run?
Well, I'm hoping to run some stuff like Root or Wanderhome or maybe even Candala Obscura, but it is also a heavy Adventures League event, so I might end up having to run some Adventures League. But if I have my way, I'll be running other things other than 5e. So
cool. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to roll an athletics check.
Me?
Nope.
No,
Beldrin.
Beldrin.
Belcher.
No,
What did
Molly's
you get?
decided that because of your game choices, you need to roll an athletics check, Trev,
Hey,
not
that's
Rook.
fair. You know what?
I got an 18. What did you get?
1.
A 1. So you get driven to the ground, and then this great axe comes down on top of you.
Ow.
That's a natty 19 right there. Right there. Well, let's roll some big dice.
4.
Oxlight will be at MagFest.
Hey.
Friends. All right, 2d12. So that's a 19 so far. 40. Oh, wait, that's not a crit. It's just 2d12. So it's
Yeah, no, we're not in
plus
what? Is
4,
that
23.
3.0 rules? How much damage?
23 damage as this great axe comes crashing down on you. Next up is the other Minotaur, and the other Minotaur is in
Rogan's face.
is behind Rogan. And is going to swing out. Is also going to try to do a shove and push, shove and attack.
Well,
So
he's a wimpy wizard, so he's going to go down pretty easily.
you can also make an acrobatics.
I'll make an acrobatics, but I'm probably going down. I got a 10.
So 17. So that this creature throws you to the ground, like knocks you in the back of the head with its axe and brings the axe down on top of you. Yep, that's actually a nat 20.
Oh.
So that'll be 5. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. 25 damage.
Okay. Rogan's hurt.
So top of the order, Rook.
Rogan's still next to me, right?
I'm
yes.
on the ground,
but yes.
Okay. Well, Rook will attack the Minotaur that is like standing over top of Rogan, who pushed him on the ground.
Shifting around the creature that you've been squaring up to, you go after the other one.
Well, because we're all like, because I thought Rogan was right next to me, so it should be just me turning around, right?
Yep, sure.
Yeah, so I'll just turn around and attack that one.
All right. So attempting to draw the ire of this yet unwounded Minotaur.
Yep. Still Pactics because Rogan is there. That's a natural 20 for 28. So remind me crit rules again.
It's just double die. We're not rolling crunchy.
Gotcha. Cool. So that's a D8. So 8. Oh, max damage. 8,
Can you use your
14.
charges on a hit?
14. 14.
Heck 'em
No.
up.
Not I can change the damage with the chart with the augments that I have, but I don't have anything that really adds anything at this point. But that'll be 18 damage to that one. To that Minotaur.
Okay. Yeah, you've drawn some ire. You've drawn some ire with this slash as the silver blade sizzles across this devil's chest, and it roars in pain at you. It bellows down at you. Nori, you're up. Or sorry, no, the big one is gonna go after Rook. That'll be a 17 to hit.
That is my armor class, so that will
All
hit.
right. So that'll be 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
It's a baby. Hi, baby. Oh, you're so handsome.
The foot.
Toe beans, toe beans, toe beans, toe beans.
I would like to donate a head pats to the baby. If the baby were here, I would pat his head.
So sorry. Yeah. So the rook. Yeah, I dealt the damage, and I just my brain errored out apparently. So and then it is Nori's turn.
Let's see. Didn't do well with that last shot. Maybe I can redeem myself. See what I can do. Let's see here. So 16 to hit.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can't do a little better damage here. 5. And then we've got 3, 6, 9. That is going to be 15 damage.
All right, and you're shooting at the one that was in Beldrin's face?
Yes.
All right. So you see that this creature, you drive an arrow into the side of its skull, and it starts to, and you see it like turn, and its eyes are flashing red as Beldrin sees, kind of after having cracked its skull once with the mace. This is in its death throes, but it's definitely dangerous. What do you do, Beldrin?
I'm gonna hit him again.
You gonna hit him?
I'm gonna hit him.
You gonna hit him?
Yeah. Wait, no, aren't I knocked prone?
What?
Did I get knocked prone last round or
you
no?
can stand up.
Okay, but
It's
right,
just half
it
your
takes
movement.
half your movement, right? Okay. I rolled better.
Okay.
16.
Hits.
Excellent. And that same +1 mace.
Yes. D8 +1 plus strength.
I thought it was D6.
Sure.
Okay. Then 8 damage.
All right. So this creature is oh my gosh.
Is it still up?
No.
Oh, is that
What
one
does
for
it look
Beldrin?
like? So how are you crushing the skull of your first devil?
Beldrin sort of like puts one paw, my hands aren't working, one paw on one shoulder and takes the mace and bashes it in the head so it can't get away and just shoves it across.
and this creature just tumbles to the ground, and you've seen when you kill devils on the material plane, and when you kill actually, and you've seen this before, instead of crumbling into ash, the body stays, and there's ichor pools out around it.
Gross.
Yep. So that one goes down. One for Beldrin. Rogan, you're up.
Rogan's gonna get up. He's gonna take a little bonus action health potion. How much is that?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. That's
Having been pushed to the ground, Rogan instinctively reaches for his satchel
5.
and it slams and grabs a small flask, throwing it down.
He's got 7 HP back, so that's like half his current HP, so he's at 14 now. He's gonna hit the guy in front of him again because that one seems to be pretty close to dead.
Okay, not the one that pushed you down, the other one?
No, the one that's closer to death.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah.
That's a 4 and a 2. And another 4, so that's 10 lightning damage.
All right, and so as you chuck this bottle to the side, you smash it on the ground by the foot of this minotaur. Its eyes get drawn away for a second, and you slash again into this creature, lightning cackling out from the silvered edge of your sword. Next up is
that
the
dead? Dang it.
no. So the other creature, the other minotaur that had pushed you down is like getting very frustrated with you and is going to attempt to grapple you. Make an athletics or acrobatics, or actually it's athletics off the jump. An athletics check. A 23 on my 22 on my end.
No, I'm not getting that.
All right, and so you're now grappled. It's got you in a headlock, and it's starting, and it actually will start to back away from Rook.
Rude.
And so it'll take an attack of opportunity if you're going to take it, but it'll start backing up, and it has its great axe to the neck of Rogan. Rook, are you taking an attack of opportunity?
Oh yeah.
All
right. That'll be a 14 to hit.
That'll just hit.
All right. 12 damage.
All right. So you lash out, and this creature, you start to see for the first time, like a good amount of ichor is dripping down its torso. Next up is Rook again.
All right. There's still a minotaur nearby, correct?
There's still one that's like in your face. It seems quite rough.
All right, let's go for it.
Sandpaper.
Gonna attack that one. Rogan, you are still nearby, correct?
Being dragged off currently.
Oh, so no more tactics.
That's a GM call. I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's gonna be 11 to hit. I don't think that hits.
It does not.
All right.
So you see.
Nope. Sorry. Go ahead. Apologies.
Rook, having seen Rogan dragged away and having slashed out at this other minotaur, he wheels around and attempts to slash out at this other creature, silver blade glinting against the red sky, the red omniluminous, ever lit and evenly lit sky, and the blade gets caught in midair by the great axe as the great axe comes down towards Rook. That'll be a 14 to hit. That'll miss. Yep. And so as you catch this and you're able to drive this axe away, as you sort of see this Nori through this cloud of settling dust is pointing his bow at something.
Well, I'm quite concerned that Rogan's being carried away, none too gently. So best to do a little something about that.
Okay.
That is a 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yes.
And because it's engaged with the target, that's sneak attack.
Sneak attack. 8.
Because as it's focused, it's got its eye on Rogan, just making sure, like, trying to dodge this lightning sword as it kind of arcs wildly off of the ground beneath it. An arrow flies across the battlefield and
I did 17 damage.
and makes life rough for this creature as Icar is starting to pour steadily from its many wounds. Next up is Beldrin.
Well, he's further away now, right?
The creature that was over you is dead.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is there's no one right in my face, and the one that's carrying away Rogan is further
Is
away.
about 20-30 feet away from you.
All right, that sounds like sacred flame territory to me.
I think so.
All right,
That was actually going to be the original name of All on the Table, Sacred Flamers, but
oh, that'd be great, though.
I think rightly chose not to go with that.
Yeah, but also that'd be great. In company name.
Instead, that's going to be the name for my street gang. Me and Harmony wearing leather jackets.
I was about the streets of Rochester, New York.
Oh, please, no. Oh. You know, we are in the top 20s. Top 20 most violent cities.
Oh dear.
The mean streets of the Millennium Games Plaza in Henrietta, New York. All right, so
do I have to make an
what did we
attack, or
get?
does he just have to
I
get
have to roll the save.
Yeah.
Dumb, silly, stupid head. What is it? A deck save?
Yep.
I'm sitting here like, oh no. That's a 13.
That it meets it beats. Dan, they saved.
And this spout of flame sort of singes the mane of this devilish creature, and she's like, and this ichor kind of splatters over the back of Rogan's head. Next up is
Sorry, Rogan.
Rogan.
Rogan, I don't think
I wrote Rook twice because brain.
Rook can go again. That's an option. Rook can go twice, and then I'll go after Rook's second turn. No, Rogan doesn't get disadvantage to attack his.
No.
Okay, so he's attacking. That is a 18 to hit.
Yep.
That is 9 lightning damage.
All right, and so your sword wheels around, and you're like damaging these evenly, like so unbelievably evenly. So you slash out at this creature's hoof, and you feel you disconnect the bone as the lightning sears and seals in the freshness, seals in the meaty juices, as it seems to be like losing its steam for battle, but it's looking at its compatriot that is also seems to be losing as much ichor and as much steam, and they press on. Top of the order, and then this creature is grabbing you, will continue to move away from the group, and then will strike out at you. Probably can't strike out at you with this great axe, can it? So it's gonna
if it's
try
holding me, it probably can't.
No, that's two-handed. So it doesn't say it's two-handed. It's a great axe. Yeah, we'll go with. He's gonna attack you with his horns. He's gonna try to like knock you over with the horns, or like pierce you with the horns here. So that'll be that's a net one. He doesn't. You kind of knock it away, like as you're he's trying to like get in, and like, and you just like sort of are getting nuzzled by this demon. It's just sort of going and you're it's a very uncomfortable amount of breath in your ear, especially at 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Celsius. No, 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Next up is Rook.
All right, gonna attack again. If that one is still next to me, correct?
It is.
All right, yeah, we're just gonna go for it. Try to get it done, get it down. 23 to hit.
Yeah.
"12 points of slashing damage."
All right. So Rook reaches out and drives another bit of this silvered long sword into this creature, and it seems to be reaching the very near end of its rope, but it still is hanging on. And this creature will go tit for tat with you.
Okay.
That is a whole 11.
Nope.
So you're able to, in kind of this death flurry here. Oh wait, it can do reckless attacks. Yeah, it's gonna reckless attack.
Let's
I
go.
forgot about that. And that's a 9, so that's not gonna hit either. So yeah, as it's sort of in this final blood rage, you hear it starting to bellow as its breathing has become louder and more labored. And as you're kind of seeing it move recklessly, and it opens up itself up wide open for attack. And you see on its belt this large leaden vial, and there's this small crystalline window in this leaden vial, and you see some like thick oozing liquid inside of it. Next up is Nori.
I'm kind of frustrated these guys aren't going down. They're putting up a bit of a battle here. We'll try it again. All right, that is a 14 to hit.
Okay, that hits me to beat it. I just want to be clear that Minotaur is backing Rogan towards the tank.
Oh, okay. So,
And so
definitely
he's
need to
moved-
deal with him.
He's moved 20 feet so far. He's moved 40 feet so far, and it was 60 feet away to begin with.
Okay, so I need to move in closer to him.
Whatever. I just wanted to make sure that I provided that information, and just wasn't like, surprise, he starts the tank and runs away.
I guess this is part of our goal. We want to be in that tank, just not be in a Minotaur.
Listen, we'll work on little details later.
I'm not sure what the Minotaur's plan is, just me and the Minotaur.
It's gonna steal the tank and you.
It's
Book
gonna
talk's
cut
coming
you
in on
open
that
and
one.
eat you for lunch. I'll tell you, that's the feeling that you're getting, is that it's going to kill you and eat you.
It's not doing a good job at the killing.
Yeah, you're also not doing a great job at killing this Minotaur either, so fair is fair.
She's
tit
got
for
us
tat.
there.
At least I've hit it. It hasn't hit me very well.
Okay.
All right.
So
Hunt it.
Nori, who are you attacking?
Nori to the rescue. I guess we need to make sure Rogan doesn't end up on this tank without us. So let's see what kind of damage I can do here. 16 damage, please.
15?
16.
So you're running forward as you see this creature backing up towards the tank, and you see it kind of looking over its shoulder, like, gotta get in there. And you run forward through the sand, like thinking, like, all right, I gotta make sure that I'm not losing line of sight on this. As you're running forward, you draw this arrow back, loose it, and this arrow buries itself in the creature. And it's another one for Nori. Oxlight, play the music.
More for Nori.
As this arm slips from around Rogan and this creature falls backwards, all you hear is, and this creature tumbles backward. Next up is like the least flattering angle for a trans femme person. I hate that so much. Anyways, next up is Beldrin.
All right, who's left?
The one that is tangling with Rook.
All right, let's sacred flame him. Can I get him to get a dex save?
Fails.
Excellent.
Dot.
VR, you cut out again?
I rolled a 1. So I just add my wisdom to it, right? No, it's just the 1. That is sad. It's 1 radiant if that helps. Cool. All right, that's my turn.
A little flame, like a little flame friend appears on his shoulder. And then he's like, as he's actually, you know what? He just bleeds on it a little bit and it goes out.
Like,
Next up
flicks him in the nose.
is Rogan.
Rogan's gonna move up towards the Minotaur that's attacking Rook.
Okay, you close the distance.
Then he's going to slash out at it. That's
All right.
I have pack tactics, so that's a dirty 20 to hit. And that is 8, 4, 10 damage.
So drawing this sword along the Avernian ground, this red sand starts to kick up around Rogan as he runs forward. As he just gets into stance, as he brings this lightning sword upwards, and the slash goes from tail to tip upwards through this creature, as the lightning arcs and slices directly through. The creature falls halved, and we will exit initiative. The little vial of goop is still intact around his belt, Rook.
Rook's gonna go and grab it.
All right, so you grab it. You're looking at it. What do you want to do with
it? Looking at it, does it can I try to discern what its purpose is? Like looking it over and being like, what does this housing, why is this goo housed in this, kind of very from a mechanical standpoint of
Sure.
Does this have any usage?
Yeah, so as you walk over to the tank, you look at the tank, and in where the driver's seat would be, there is another one of these bottles that is kind of loaded into a console.
Mm-hmm.
And you're seeing that it is there's probably about a half a bottle in there in the console that's being used by the machine.
Gotcha. So it's like a fuel. It seems to be like a fuel source.
Okay.
Rook very quickly is like, "Let's go!" and takes the vial and hops into the driver's seat of the tank.
All right. So there
Can I just
are.
say, I love Rook. I don't think Beldrin likes Rook very much.
Oh no, that's fair. Totally understand.
So make an Arcana check.
Arcana.
Or a Tinkerer's Tool check, I guess, to see if you understand the engineering nature. I love that engineering is just one tool set in D&D 5.
I was about to say, I do also have proficiency with land and water vehicles. Would that aid at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll at advantage.
Awesome. Well, I'll make a tinker, because this is a previously undiscovered vehicle to Rook, so I would say this would probably be a Tinker's Tools check, but yeah. Let's see what we got. That's what am I adding? My intelligence plus proficiency?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be a 18, and then do I get my Tinker's Tools ability?
Yes.
Extra D8. All right. That's 22 on my determined vehicle check.
So you look at this for a second, and you sit there, you reach in your bag, you play with some wire for a second, and then you put the wire back, and you're like, Eureka! And you just hear, Eureka! Out of the head of it. And you you slap the bottle once, and you hit this button twice, and you start moving these levers around, and the engine kicks into life, and you just hear this. And you do a sick wheelie. You start to fly out. No. And so you whip this car around, and a big poof of dust kind of goes, and you say, you pull up and you hear Rook say, "Who needs a ride?"
I guess we're climbing in.
In that,
Yeah, it's really nice. Hey, shopping. They have very surprisingly nice seats.
see,
It's aesthetic. I'll get in.
it's a
This is what we
weird
wanted, right?
carriage,
We wanted to take.
I guess.
It wasn't that
yeah.
hard.
Beldrin is unsure, but will join.
Beldrin, it will be okay. You have me to drive, and I know how to work this thing like the back of my hand. Holds up the front of his hand, and then like switches it, like the back of my hand.
I feel so safe.
And with this feeling of overwhelming safety, this vehicle screams into the Avernian afternoon, morning,
Turned into Mad Max
Evening?
real quick.
Eternity.
Eternity.
and you
Avernus.
drive past this outcropping of rock like about 125 times. You swear it's on repeat. You'd think you're in the Lost Woods playing Zelda. But this is like your realities. You just keep going past this and past this and past this. And you pull out the map and you're like, what's going on? And he's just like, that's hell for you. Or that's hell for you. And you eventually you will have to spend a night sleeping in the tank, maybe driving in shifts, Rook will pull Nori aside and be like, all right, or maybe Rogan, probably trust Rogan more. All right, you do this, and you're sleeping in shifts and you're driving along.
Do we get a long rest?
Yeah, you'll get a long rest. And when we arrive on the horizon, you see this hill rising out of the Avernian wastes, and it seems to be hanging over the river Styx as it flows along the Avernian wastes and then flickers and is going through the air, and then flickers and is flying, and his arc is kind of twisting around itself, and flickers and is staying around on the ground, once more flowing like waterwood. And you see this hill covered in iron trees with a kind of mass of insects floating around the top.
Probably a lot of bees.
Just so many bees. And so you will hear the map you'll hear coughing in your pack, Rogan.
Okay. I'm taking the map out.
And you'll hear, behold, Zeriel's dog crucified those who betrayed his mistress in battle.
Oh dear.
And that is entering into this hill, Haruman's Hill, will be where we pick up next time here on Tales of the Valiant and Avernus. Max, anything that you're plugging this week?
Ooh, what am I plugging this week? Turn signals. I'm really going to plug turn signals this week. Use them. It's for the good of everyone around you. That's what I'm hawking to the masses this week.
If you're gonna turn, also hot take, if you're gonna turn, stay in the lane you're turning with. There's little white dots that you're supposed to follow, and finish the turn in that lane, and then put on your signal and merge if you need to merge after. But like, it's not just a free for all. You can't just end any. Okay.
And it's really important because I know my husband is watching this feed. Use your turn signal, sweetie.
This
There's a
is
call out at
relationship
the
counseling
end.
and class warfare on Tales of the Valiant and
Get
Avernus.
called out. taken on wizards and also Max's husband.
Just Gary Gygax. Just
Yeah,
Gary
just
Gygax.
Gary. I mean,
Oh,
Wizards is a
okay.
whole different
No,
conversation.
wizards,
but
yeah.
And Rogan is nice. I like Rogan. Rogan's a
Yep.
good wizard.
Rogan's
One of
a
the good
wizard.
ones.
Okay.
Rogan, what do you Harmony, what are you pitching this week?
Oh, holiday shopping. Good luck.
Good luck with holiday shopping. You heard it here first. VR, what's going on in your world?
Well, I'm going to be doing a Christmas Carol stream, probably Friday. If you want to see me sing Christmas carols. And right after this, I will be doing some Lethal Company with Harmony and some other friends.
All right, so get over there. Make sure you stay on the table over on VR's channel. What's your channel, VR?
It is, if I can get it to work here, VRVT.
And you're going to be on Twitch.
Yep.
Twitch.com/VRVT.
You
Head on
got
over
me.
there after we're done. I am Molly. I have pitched this 4 times and I will pitch it a 5th time. This Saturday, we are part of the Trans Holiday Special. We are participating in a mutual aid event to support the only trans clinic in a 5-county area that serves minors. That we are so excited to take a look at this to help this person out as they seek to provide this care, this life-saving care for youth in our community. So make sure that you join, make sure that you donate, and make sure that you tune in. We're going to be on from 3 to 6 p.m. on Saturday, this Saturday. So I will see you there with a whole bunch of friends. Concord, we will have our last session of Tales of the Valiant into Avernus next Tuesday. So make sure you come and you see the way that we climax, or the climax of this story. No, I did a double. I did a thing. Oh, look at
We are a
Molly being
say-so
dirty.
channel here.
Ha, ha, ha. And so yeah, watch this as we kind of begin
Kick
this
Zariel's
journey
butt.
into the story of the Hell Riders, and leave ourselves on a good note. And maybe if people comment on the VODs and streams and get something together over the summer to finish this story then.
Yes.
Concord, we're taking a break from our regular release schedule, so you will see us kind of more spread out. We're going to be taking a couple week break. And then Tales of the Concord Sins of Gunnaak will be taking up this stream. Hello, Ari the Mechanic. Welcome. Sins of Gunnaak is going to be there. Our friend Travis is going to be there. Maybe Harmony ? And so that'll be a really fun level 15 5e 3-shot that we'll be doing in January. And then shortly after, we'll be wandering home with Trev themselves.
Hey.
Yes. I can't wait for that one. I'll be in that one too, I think.
Yay. VRVT. There it is. All right. Well, thank you all so much, wonderful people. Ari, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Death. Thank you, Oxlight. We love you all so much. And we'll see you soon. Ciao.
See ya.